Hey guys, what's going on? So, sorry I haven't made a video in a while. It's been all summer since I've made a video. But I'm going to get back into making videos again. I guess I've just been lazy. So today, I will be giving you an update and a shop tour. So, let's start out with the Stampede. Since I haven't really done anything with RC cars this summer much, there's not a whole lot to change. I don't think I've mentioned this, but I got a body for the Stampede, and I actually found it at my RC track. So it was just sitting there, nobody else was around, and I got a free RC body out of the deal. Slash, no changes. I've gotten new Nerf bars on it, and those are just stock still, so I didn't feel it worthy of a video. And the Rustler, nothing much. I actually haven't driven this in 2 months. So, also, you might have already been able to tell, I got a new camera. It's a much better quality camera. It's a Coleplix, or the Nikon Coleplix L810. So, yeah, this camera is a lot better than my old one. So let's get started on the shop tour. So let's begin with my shop. Here's the backboard. Here's the base of it. Okay. Backboard. I just have my tools that I use pretty much all the time. Daily use when I work on my cars. Screwdrivers, knife, that kind of stuff. Up here, I got some more stuff. This box is kind of just full of unopened spare parts. You got an E-Revo wing and E-Revo mount. I wanted to make a backslash, so I don't know if I will. I'm still kind of thinking about it. Here's a kit for rebuilding the parts system on my Slash. It started squeaking, and I just felt like it needed to be rebuilt because I've had it for over a year, the brushless system. And got some parts for an engine. It's a little sides hobby. Got a magnetic pull. This is really nice to have. You just throw all your screws and stuff in there. Keep it in there. They won't ever get lost. Then up here I just kind of have stuff that I throw up here. Tools and that kind of junk. I got a bunch of screws in here. Not RC screws, but like woodworking screws and stuff. So here's the tabletop, and this is actually the good side. I flipped it over, and if I flip it over it's even worse, but it's just full of stains from work. Alright, so we got some tubs for like shock absorber. We got shrink tubing. Got my stuff for my little, what you call it? Dremel, sorry. Okay, so that's for my Dremel right there. Got my glove, battery, another camera. This isn't actually my old camera. This is my old camera, but this one still works. Then I got another one that's gray, and that one still works perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with it at all. But this one is just better. These are really old batteries. This is when I first got my Rustler 6-7 years ago. Got some boxes from the XL5 that I put on there, and a battery. And yeah, that's about it here. Down here it's a mess, but got a bunch of tools and stuff. And this is my bucket I use for trash. So let's go on to these shelves. We have all my remotes, and I'll explain why I have so many in a second. Duct tape and all these oils and greases and stuff. And here we have all my springs from my upgrade, the Integy springs. I can't remember what number it is. You can go check that video out. Spare tires and stuff, and yeah. Oh, that's my bag for my tripod. And let's go to this shelf. Up here we have old bodies and stuff, trays that I use for dyeing my plastic pieces in. Here's my Champ. You saw the unboxing. I think I did an unboxing, yeah. Got a Rustler here, Rustler there, and another Rustler down there. These are both my brother's Rustler. This one's obviously mine. And there's a Stampede. And here I have a bunch of parts that I haven't put on yet, or pieces for the Stampede, but I need more parts to put it together. Soldering gun, Dremel box, a file set, a drill bit set, slash. Here's my toolbox that I use when I go to my RC track, and my Real Flight Simulator. You didn't know I had that. Here's my MCX down there. Doesn't work. The main board broke. Another Rustler. This one has 2 upgrades. It has RPM links and RPM bumper. This one is completely stock, but it's waterproof. There's my 120 SR, and just kind of junk down there. So, sorry. We have my toolbox, or my tool chest, whatever you call it. Got all my hand tools. Here we have battery chargers, my drills, and here's basically all my spare parts. I haven't showed you this. In here we have a Titan 775 motor for the Summit, which just got shipped to me from Traxxas for free. Don't know why they shipped it. They said it would work in my my Rustler, but it didn't. Guess a noob there. We have just a bunch of spare parts. We got 4 arms, body posts, and shock towers. So yeah, that's that. And now I will give you an update. So let's begin on an update. Let's start out with these cars. Plans for this, not much. I want to get a new body for it because my body on this is pretty beat up. Just tons of scratches, and I've repaired it so many times with shoe glue and drywall tape that it's hard to fit on here, and you crash it bends so much. So I do want to get a body for that, but the bodies for this are fairly expensive, and the body I would get would be a Raptor body, and I don't know, they're pretty expensive. They're like $40–45 pretty much no matter where you shop. I recently did a rebuild on this on the Volinion because I ran it through some water and it just started squeaking. Also, I recommend that you don't drive your Slash through water unless you have new screws. Stainless steel screws. It has to be stainless steel because they don't rust. As you can see, I don't, and they rust. Also, you want to make sure you have truly waterproof bearings, or at least new Traxxas waterproof bearings, because a couple days after driving it through water, I picked it up and the wheels were just stalled. I couldn't move any of them, and I was thinking, shoot, it's the motor. That's why I went and rebuilt it, because it was squeaking anyways. And once I took the motor off, I moved it again, and unfortunately it was the motor. Turns out it was a bearing down somewhere, or it was the spur gear bearing, and replaced, or actually fixed it, sprayed with some WD-40, and now it's working fine. But yeah, don't really drive this thing through water a lot, or at least dry it off as much as possible. But still, you're gonna get those little crevices like where I didn't get down there, and you'll have to do a lot of maintenance to get it back up and going. Stampede, let's see here. I have the servo for it. I need to get the motor and the ESC. which I'm hoping will come off this and put it onto there, because what I plan on getting is a Castle Creations Sidewinder SV3. Now this is the waterproof version, and it's for 1/10 scale vehicles, and I want to put that on here because I've been wanting to upgrade this thing to brushless for, well, since I've ever bought it, and then put that old system on here because, well, I mean, it's not that old actually. ESC is fairly new, and so is the motor. Set those both on here, and I won't have too many other things to get besides a controller for this. This is what I dream of, which would be getting a Spectrum SV2. No, it's not. It's the DXi2, something like that. I can't quite remember what it's called. But the DXi2, hook that up, get a receiver for it, put it on here, put it on there, and bind all three of these cars together. And then I'll have, well, I guess two extra remotes that I'll have to figure out what to do with. So the Rustler, geez, I don't have anything planned with this too much. I would like to get a couple upgrades, like an aluminum, what is this called? Upper plate, or upper chassis for it. Like to get 2.4 for the receiver and controller, and obviously brushless system. But yeah, not much. Since I got a body, that's already $35 that I don't have to spin. I still need to get wheels and tires, which I'll probably just go ahead and buy new at the hobby store, or online if it's cheaper, which it probably will be. So yeah, don't want to bore you guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.